Hi guys, welcome to my channel, welcome back to my channel. It is Sweetest Dolls. This. This might be the most excited I've ever been for a video, or just like any doll release kind of ever, which I know is a big claim, but let me explain who these girls are and why this is so important to me. So, if you don't know, I am a massive fan of idol series, franchises, games, music, all that type of stuff, and these girls are from an anime called AIKATSU, and these girls specifically are from the first season, which came out around, well over a decade ago at this point, and I'm just so giddy over this because I truly never thought we would get like regular fashion dolls of any of these AIKATSU girls from the original season, but now we are. I am a massive music fan. I think AIKATSU is some of the best music ever, if I'm gonna be as bold to say that. I also think their fashion is like top notch. Like all the different chords, brands, aesthetics that they do, like I'm just so excited, and I really hope these dolls do well in Japan so that we can get more, and I will explain my hopes and futures and what I want for them to do in the future. But let's just get into what these dolls are. So they're DressUpStyle dolls by Bandai Namco. I don't know if these are the first in the series that they've ever done, because I'm not really that well versed in most JP dolls. I do have a few of the Precure style dolls, but besides that, I don't really know much. So these, God, I just can't get over how excited I am. So these dolls cost me a little less than $50 each. The Japanese yen is down and has been down for quite a while, so I was able to get them for a really good price. With shipping and everything, I got them from Ami because I think a lot of Bandai, premium Bandai stuff you can't get through proxies anymore because Bandai just hates us in the US, or just internationally. So I had to get these through Ami. Shipping was kind of expensive, but they came in like less than a week, which is insane, directly from Japan, so I can't be mad. But yeah, let's just get into it. So I'm gonna go over the boxes, and then I'm gonna go off camera, unbox them, and then we'll get into the formal review. So I'm gonna put Yurika to the side, and we're gonna look at Miss Hoshimiya Ichigo. She is wearing the Aurora Kiss cord, as you can tell right there. This is like a sweet Lolita dream, and a lot of you might recognize this dress in some capacity, because this is like, if you're in the Lolita fashion scene, this is like the dress that people make like really bad copies of, or just like dupes or fakes and stuff like that. Like this is like the dress that you would see a lot on like Amazon or something. If you just look up Lolita dress, probably it looks pretty much similar to this. And that just shows how powerful AIKATSU is with their fashion. I do really think they also have some of the best fashion ever, especially with their like premium rare cords, which is what these are based off of. Premium rare cords are kind of the like most elite designer outfits from a specific brand. So this is the Aurora Kiss cord from, oh my god, I can't remember the name of their brand, but their brand, oh, is it Sugary? It's like Sugary Heart or something like that. I should have looked at that before I looked at this, but actually, let me cut off camera because I do have AIKATSU cards from this brand, I think. Okay, I just pulled out my AIKATSU cards, which I will show because I don't have any from Ichigo's brand, but her brand that she wears most of the time is Angel Sugar. So there's that. But this box design is gorgeous. It really does give me the vibe of the cord and just the brand in general. I really like how the font looks. I really like that they actually included the name of the cord. I wasn't really expecting that. At the top it just says DressUpStyle and Bandai Namco. I really like the bow. It makes it feel like a really like sweet present. The bottom doesn't have anything. The top has the same stuff, and the back actually has like a lot of different details. It shows that the doll's outfit can come off. It shows how to put on the doll's ribbons and the shoe, both shoes, the earrings, and then how to work with the hair accessories. It also shows that their legs pop off, which is interesting. I don't know what any of the actual text says, but there's that. So you're not going to be able to find these in stores here, but if these are sold in stores in Japan. That is the barcode. I don't really know how that would work, but if you need it, you need it. But oh, this is so cute. I really like the packaging on this doll. Well, both of these dolls. I think it's really well done. But to put Ichigo to the side, we're going to be looking at Todo Yurika, and she is wearing the brand Lolly Gothic. Lolly Gothic is actually one of my favorite brands in the entire show. I just think that the way they do Gothic Elite is really cool. And if you guys have never seen Aikatsu cards before, here is what the original ones look like, at least. I got these a really long time ago off Amazon, just regular Amazon. I got very lucky, but I'm so excited. And these cards actually have some of the characters that I'm hoping we see in a second wave if they do continue these dolls. So yeah, I don't know. I just want to, like, I feel like this is like a baby's first introductory to Aikatsu. So there's Ichigo. We haven't seen Yurika on these cards yet. I don't remember that girl's name. I don't remember that girl's name either. That is Otome. This is Aoi. This is, I don't know. there's Yurika. And then we have Ran, Yurika on the headdress, and yeah, okay. I got sidetracked, but sorry, I just really like Aikatsu, and I don't really talk about it with anyone because nobody really knows what it is. But here is Todo Yurika, and she is wearing the Goth Magic cord. I'm gonna say right off the bat, I don't think this outfit is done nearly as well as Ichigo's cord is. But that is just like kind of the issue with, I think, producing Aikatsu dolls, is that their cores and their outfits are so extremely detailed that, like, to produce them on a, like, playline doll scale is kind of impossible. So the way that they've done a lot of the stuff here, I'm very impressed by, but I'll get into that when we actually unbox them and look at all their stuff and stuff like that. So yeah, I really like the serif font that they used specifically for Yurika's name. It's really cute. I also really like the little roses at the top and the little hanging charms and things. Super cute. I just love the design of these. It's very simplistic, but it does give the entire, like, vibe of the brand that the girls are wearing, so I really appreciate it. I also really appreciate that they actually do different, like, explanatory images for both of the dolls. I think that's really interesting and just cool to see. But yeah, that is it for the packaging of these girls. So I'm going to go off camera, unbox them, get them all situated in their first outfits, and then we will look at them, and then I'll do final thoughts while they're probably in their school uniforms. But okay, so I, like, immediately started crying as soon as I opened Ichigo. It's just, like, a really emotional unboxing for me. I've been waiting, like, upwards of, like, 8 years since first finding Aikatsu, waiting for dolls to, like, playline dolls, or just any, like, thing like this to come out, and nothing did until when I pre-ordered these in, what, August or something? Like, these mean a lot to me, so I'm really happy. I'm very emotional too, so if I, like, sound like I'm getting choked up, I probably am, so I apologize, but I've just been waiting a really long time for these, so I'm very happy. But anyways, I unboxed them. Unboxing process was really easy, as is with most Japanese dolls. They don't really tie the dolls in or anything, which is beautiful, and they don't really use styling product on the hair unless absolutely necessary, or, like, not gel. They usually use, like, wax or something, so these dolls are just, like, beautiful right out of the box. So, okay. Let's look at Yurika first. So, Yurika, again, is wearing this beautiful gothic cord. I do have to say it is better out of the box than I thought it was going to be. I'm still not as impressed with it as I am Ichigo's, but let's just take a look at the doll. So, here is Yurika's face. She's really nice, thick bangs. Her face is so cute. They captured the, like, likeness of these characters really well. If you want to look it up and see, I'm very impressed by how accurate these dolls look. Because I know sometimes when you change, like, the proportions and stuff like that, it can look a little off. So it is very impressive to say the least that they actually got the dolls down pretty well. She has this really, really nice, like, bluish, silvery hair in these ringlets. There's literally no, like, gel or anything hard in it. I'm pretty sure there's just, like, styling wax in here. So it's really nice, and you could feel it, play with it. Feels great. I'm probably going to... I'm not going to wash her hair, probably not, because I don't really see the reason to when it's this beautiful, but I will hopefully try and get the ringlets to drop a little bit because they are very, very tight right now. But anyways, first up, let's look at her little hat. Painted detail on this is pretty nice. It just like attaches through the back with like a little ring, so nothing crazy, but it's super, super cute. I don't really know how I'm gonna get it to stay super well. I will say the like headgear for these, like I really like how they did Ichigo's. I wish they did the same thing with Yurika's, but I think this would have been too heavy to do so. Or I would have rather than just like stick a hole in the head because realistically I wouldn't change the outfit really. But I know that they included the school outfits to keep people that want them in their uniforms to have, like, you know what I'm trying to say. I'm just I just can't get over these dolls. But everything for the most part is printed on satin, which is not my favorite. I do think it's done pretty well in some places, other places it's not. Like this whole outfit is one piece, which is interesting, especially because this is supposed to be like a cropped vest type thing, but I think that the way it looks is fine, so it doesn't really matter to me. I do like that they sewed on these really big gems. I like the bow on the front. I like that they used the lace here and at the bottom. That's why I say Ichigo's is more important. I mean, more impressive because of just like all the detail, but we'll get there. Yurika's is kind of hard to pull off because there is kind of like a cage thing here. It's been a while since I've actually looked at the outfit in the show or anything, so I don't really remember what it's supposed to look like, but it is very interesting seeing this. I do really appreciate all the jewels. I think it adds a lot to them, especially in the back because they didn't have to do that, but it looks really, really good. I'm very impressed by that. The sewing here is a little messed up, so the bow doesn't match up, which is really funny. But yeah, that is Yurika's dress cord. Overall, it's really, really cute. I don't think it's done as good as it probably could have been, but again, it's kind of hard to execute stuff like this when there are such like interesting, intricate pieces that really I don't think they translate to doll very well. So I commend them for trying. But yeah, under the skirt, there is a built-in crinoline, and then she has these kind of unsightly green underwear, which is interesting. I appreciate it, but like, why that color? I don't know. You couldn't do any other color. But oh, also I forgot to show off the earrings. They're tiny, tiny little bats. They're super, super cute. They're bats with little gems. It's the same on both sides, so I'm not going to show both sides, but they're really, really cute, really tiny. So yeah. Next, I guess, is the bottom. So she has these two mismatched pairs of socks. Super, super cute. And then the shoes are really cute as well. They bring in that same motif that we see on the earrings. They're just one color, so it isn't anything like crazy impressive, but I do appreciate that they did do a unique sculpt because they probably could have just done something very basic. So yeah, that is Yurika. I don't really know what to say because like I'm gonna love these dolls regardless. Like, nothing can make me hate them, but I do definitely think her outfit could have been done better. I really appreciate the way that they styled the hair. I think the hair color and the face are spot on. I really like the accessories, but dress definitely could have done with at least another layer. Like, they could have not printed this layer on and done another like fabric panel there. Like, I don't know, but overall it's pretty cute. But here is some of the more close-up details so you can see some of the patterns and stuff on the dress. I do really not like how they did like the lace-up corset, but again, I don't really know how they would have done that on this type of doll. And this is pretty par of the course for Bandai and Precure style dolls and things of that type, so it's nothing like supremely heinous that I've never seen in a Japanese doll before, so I can't really like penalize them because this is kind of just par for the course. But now onto the doll that made me really emotional. It's Ichigo and her oh my god, I love this outfit so much, and the way they did it really just brings it to life. Like I'm so impressed by it. I really want to get another, like I really want to get a second one of both of these because I really want to display one in each of the outfits. But I think that they're still up for pre-order on AmiAmi, but I don't want to pay full retail. Maybe I might get another Ichigo just because of how important she is to me. Yurika, maybe not, just because, yeah. But anyway, here is Ichigo. Her face is really cute. I was a little concerned for it at first when I like first opened and saw her because I do think the eyes are very low down, but I do think it looks a lot like the character, which it's hard to do, especially with AIKATSU's art style, because their eyes are like extremely massive. So I think it's a little hard to translate on a small doll head such as these, because I don't think these are unique doll heads. I think these are like Leica doll heads, or something of that sort, so I don't really know. But they are really good. I really like how one-for-one the art style is on the eyes. It looks really good. I don't really have anything bad to say about it. The hair is really nice as well. It's just this really nice Japanese saran, I think it is. I don't really know what this hair type is, so I'm not really going to dwell on that too much. I also feel like the people that are watching this video probably don't really collect dolls, so it's really soft. There's no hard styling product in it. I'm pretty sure there's just wax. I just love the subtle curl. I think it's beautiful. And this is the coolest part, I think, of this doll, which is really showing how little some American doll companies kind of put into their accessories. But, like, you would think this would be like a barrette or something for the hair and it would be really unsightly and bad. They use Velcro. Like, you just put it in the hair, you could slide it down a little bit. Like, oh my god. I feel like I'm seeing Jesus for the first time. Like, that is just really cool, and I don't know a lot of dolls in general that have done something like that. So, I don't know. I'm very impressed by that. I think it's really cool. Here are her earrings. They are these tiny little gold hearts. They are the same exact sculpt as the one on her chest right here. She has a little lace collar that I think has Velcro in the back. I'm not really going to take it off yet. But this outfit is extremely well done. A lot of it is still satin, but the way that they did the little bows and the lace and the appliques and like these little things in the front and all the different like layers and things, like they're not actual really crazy layers, but they just look really good. Like, it goes all the way around the back, and the back of the dress is so cool. Like, bow on the back, and then we have this, like, I don't even know what to call this, like, bouffant? It's just like, what? Like, I didn't even know that was a part of the dress. It might have just been a while since I've seen, like, this dress in its full glory in the show, but I don't even remember that being a part of like the back of the dress. So like either they added that themselves or that was like a, like, I don't know, but it looks so good. I will say the stitching for this one is a little far back. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be like right at that seam there. So it does look a little uneven, but I can look past that because I can just like tuck it into the sides and then it looks fine. So I can't be mad. These also have wire in the arms, and they have bend click knees. Oh my god, her shoe came off. I will say this doll's shoes does not want to stay on, which is kind of annoying, but rubber bands can fix that, so I'm not really too peeved. But yeah, let's look at the shoes. So they use this, I mean, I think this trick is pretty well used in dolls, but they just have these ribbons that attach at the bottom with Velcro, which I haven't seen before though. They lace it up and they have pre-made bows, and then the shoes themselves are just these little like kitten heels. I'm probably gonna have to elastic them to her feet because I really don't want to have to deal with them falling every 5 seconds, especially if I'm gonna be like playing with this doll or whatever. I probably won't be like playing with them just because like this is, I guess, like a collector doll. But I do think that the way that they did the outfits, it's weird because in Japan, like the Precure style dolls, I'm assuming are more, and like Leica dolls are like more playline and like they're meant to be for kids, but the way that everything is done makes it feel like it should be for a collector. So like I don't know if they just really trust the kids there. I guess they do, because most of the dolls that like I've seen my friends like ex-Canadensas and stuff like get secondhand from Zen Market in places like that have been in really good condition. So I guess they just trust their kids over there more than we do here. So it's interesting the way that they play with their dolls there and we do here. But whatever. That was a weird little tangent. I'm sorry about that. But the next part, she has another built-in crinoline, and she also has those weird, unsightly, like, forest green underwear. I don't know why they made that color, but, like, okay. But this all makes me really happy. It's hard to explain really why, because I don't really know why. I mean, I think it's just because of the nostalgia attached to this outfit. Like, even before I was into AIKATSU, I would see this outfit and, like, gifs of it on Tumblr and on Instagram and stuff like that. So there's a lot of memories associated with this specific outfit and character. So I'm just very happy to own her and to finally have a doll of it. So yeah, I am going to go off camera and I'm going to dress them both in their school uniforms, and then I'll be right back for final thoughts and stuff like that. Okay, so here are the girls in their school uniforms. They are the exact same, so nothing special. And something that is kind of really disappointing is that the shirt underneath is not a separate shirt. It is attached to the jacket, and it's literally cropped to like right here. So, can't really mix and match with these, which is fine because I wasn't really going to do that. Maybe just with the skirt, just because it is like a cute piece and I have two of it. And I don't even plan on displaying either of these dolls in their school uniforms. But the shirt is a little disappointing because, like, why couldn't you just make it a separate piece? It's satin, white satin. Like, I don't think it would have been that hard to make at least like a shirt without sleeves or something. So I don't know. It's a little weird, especially because everything else is pretty much just printed on. But Ichigo has this cute little headband. Cute, nothing crazy special there, but here is the outfit up close. They have a little gem right there as like a brooch, or like a, I don't really know what you would call that, but here's everything else. I really like the pleated skirt. The boots, I feel like they're probably redone from somewhere because I don't think these are like, they might be the boots from the show, but I think it's just because they're lacking painted detail that I can't really tell. But here's Yurika. She has these really cute blue bows that are attached the same way as her hat thing. So super, super cute again. And yeah, that is it for these dolls. So if any of you out there are Aikatsu fans, I would recommend these solely because I don't know if we're ever going to get any more of these. I think that for the price, considering the Japanese yen is down, quality compared to like the Precure style dolls, I think these dolls are great, especially when they come with two different outfits for like 49 something and some change. If you can get them from Proxy, that's great. If you can get them from AmiAmi, that's great. I think any way you get them, I think they're worth the price because I don't know when or if they're going to sell out anytime soon, but when they do, eventually, when they're not available to buy anymore directly from the seller, they're going to be really expensive on secondhand. I can see that already, so I would just recommend grabbing them while you can. I might get another Ichigo because I kind of need to, because I'm big and greedy, and this doll made me really emotional, so I need another one that I can actually play with and one that I can display because I'm crazy like that. But yeah, I really like them. I think that they're really great dolls, especially the first outfits. I'm really happy they didn't just come in like their school uniforms. I'm glad that they actually came with like their first premium rare cords and that they were done pretty faithfully. Like, even though Yurika's is a lot of printed on detail, I think that it looks pretty much one for one for what we have in the show, which is impressive. Because I would rather it look like how it is in the show than have a bunch of details and have it look nothing like it is in the show. So that's just me personally, but that's because I just really like these designs, and having them physically in person is really nice regardless of the quality. But yeah, my hopes for the next wave is going to be an Ran and Aoi. Ran is like a Yaru kind of girl. Her brand is Spicy Ageha, I think. And I really, really like her premium rare cord, her first one. If you just look up Ran AIKATSU Spicy Ageha, you could probably find it. It's not that hard to look for. And then the other one I really want is Aoi, and I think her brand name is like Futuristic something. Like, she has kind of like a retrofuturism, like kind of like techie thing going on. And while they're not like my favorite characters, if I had it my way, we would be getting Akari next, because she is my absolute favorite. I love her a lot, but I don't really think we're gonna get her, not anytime soon at least. I hope that they at least do the main three and then expand onto doing like Yurika's like friends, like Otome. Otome is she has like a very sweet aesthetic. I would really, really like it if we got her, because I think her outfits are really cool. I don't really know how they would execute them, because it is a lot of like 3D like candy and stuff like that, so I don't really know how they would properly do that, but I would really appreciate it. It would be really cool if we get Mizuki, because she is kind of like the idol to be in that universe. And yeah, I'm just kind of rambling now, but these dolls, this franchise means a lot to me, so just having these is like kind of a dream come true in itself. Regardless of the quality, I'm just happy that they exist and I own them finally, and they're finally in my house, because I've had these pre-ordered since like August, so like, and I'm filming this in February. It's been a while, so yeah, if you guys like this, please like, comment, subscribe. If you know anything about Aikatsu, let me know in the comments below who you would want to see next and what cord you'd want them to wear, because they're all probably going to come with school uniforms in some capacity. So I would really like to know, because Aikatsu has so many different brands and aesthetics and just characters, so I'd really, really like to know what you guys would want next. And if you guys don't know anything about Aikatsu, I recommend you go at least watch the first episode, or at least look at the cords somewhere, find them on the internet, because they're amazing. But that's it for this video. If you guys liked it, please like, comment, subscribe, you know, all that fun stuff, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.